Hello, today in front of me I have various equipment. These are equipment used in grain technology. So I will go one by one, but first I want you to imagine a situation. You collect maize from farmers and you give them to millers, to grain handlers. Millers like Unga Limited, Capwell, Pembe, Mombasa Maize Millers, Kitui Maize Millers, and the rest. And sometimes you stay, you bring in your lorry and your maize or your wheat is waiting on the line for a week or less or more. And then when it reaches at the gate, the technician tells you your maize has not passed the right quality. So what brings in the quality issues? There are three main things. That is the moisture content of that maize or wheat or oats, whatever the cereals or grains you are selling, or aflatoxin content and level, or the bulk density, mostly for wheat, because this bulk density determines how much unga or the flour is going to come out of that wheat. All right. If they are going to tell you to go back with your maize, so you incur another cost of drying, and also you incur another cost of reduced size. So you lose the value of the grains or the amount you are supposed to get, the one you are thinking you're going to get. So for us, we try to help you in that situation. We are a Coleman Agriculture, and we deal with various aspects of grain technology, and we provide you with various equipment, whether is it aflatoxin testers, is it moisture testers, is it bulk density testers. I don't have a aflatoxin tester here, but here I have the bulk density testers and also for the moisture content testers. So the first one we have here is this. This is called agromatic. Agromatic is a sensor-based moisture analyzer. Agromatic, you can test even the flow, but mostly it is used in the laboratory. It is not mostly used in the what? In the field. All right. So this one is called agromatic tester, and if you check our videos, you can see how it is used. Okay. So what agromatic digital, what you put here, you put the grains until a certain quality, and then it turns on, and once it turns on, you are able to test the moisture content of that grain, be it maize, be it wheat, be it barley, be it oats, be it soya beans, be it beans, be it rice, whatever it is, you can use agromatic moisture meter. The next one we have here is this here, pfeuffer He50. This pfeuffer He50. There is another version of it. It's called pfeuffer He60, and then He90. So pfeuffer He50 comes like this. All right, so you choose the grain you are going to test here. Like if you are going to test maize, you put it at maize, also, or barley, beans, whatever it is, and then here you put that item. What you have here is this. You put that grain in here, and then you put it here, like this, you put the grain in here, and then you grind. You grind until you feel a crack. Once that happens, you put it here, okay, you will put it here, and then once it is this, until these three get in with this, all right, all you have to put it just like that. So once that happens, you turn this on, and then you will be able to measure the moisture content. Now this one is the perfect version because it goes up to 0.1% error, right? So it is actually the most accurate. It is used by millers, it is used by every other important organization. So this one is not expensive, especially from our company. So, and it can last you for even 10 years. Once you buy this, you can have it for 10 years. And you bring it back if there is a problem, recalibration, or there is a challenge. All you have to do is bring it back to us. We will correct anything that is there. We will provide you with anything that is needed. And also it has a version called flow cell. The flow cell is now for measuring the flow moisture content of the flow. Every unga you see, they measure with this one. The next one. The next one here is this Superpro. Now this is Superpro, and Superpro is a cheaper version of the pfeuffer He50. This is very good in the field. If you are collecting maize, you're collecting rice, you're collecting beans, whatever you're collecting and you're giving to maize handlers, to the millers, this is cheaper version of this, of pfeuffer. So if you wanted this, it has a good measure. In fact, if you go to Cargill, for example, they prefer you to have this. It is a grinding version. Okay, I will show you. You see, like the way I was talking about agromatic. Agromatic is not a grinding version, but this is a grinding version. So you get the moisture content within. So it also measures the moisture content of flour. This. So it is a cheaper version for anybody who needs it. You just need to call us. We'll get it for you. We are Coleman Agriculture, and we get you this. If you check one of our videos, you will still see how it works. It comes with its box. All of our equipment comes with their boxes, their cases. So if you see something that doesn't have a case, that is not our equipment. If it has any challenges, you also bring it back. We recalibrate. We also make changes and everything. Here is the grinding version. If this one is loose or anything, we make changes. We correct everything that you need. Then I'm going to go to the next one. The next one I have here is Superpoint. Superpoint is a compressing version. It doesn't grind. This is the Superpoint. It doesn't grind, all right? It is an easy to use version also for the field, but just know that you have an error of 0.5%. So if it measures 12.5%, you should add 0.5% to have 13%. But it is the cheapest version that we have for farmers, for grain handlers, but mostly millers do not use it though, because there is that version of error and everything. But you can get this so that you know the range of that maize. When you're collecting it, when you're supplying it, you will know it is a compressing version. So how you test it is that you put the grain here until it flashes with the top, and then you see here, you twist this completely until this here flashes with this. It becomes flat, all right? When you are doing that, it cannot flash when you don't have grain on the inside. So this one is the cheapest version, and if you need it, we have it here with us. We have another one called Superpoint, but it is only one remaining. The same price though, but Superpoint is a little bit not bulky. Yes, so we have that for you as well. Then, finally, you remember when I talked about another reason why you could be taken back, especially for wheat. For wheat and oats and barley, they are mostly concerned with the bulk density. So usually the bulk density that they are required for wheat is about, for milling, is about 620 kilograms per meters cubic, right? So, or 0.62 grams per meters cubic. But they take it at maybe 720 kilograms per meters cubic. So if it is not that, the best version, then they reduce your price. You wonder why they reduce your price? It is because it was not at the right bulk density. We have what we call chondrometer hectare. We also known as hectoliter, because bulk density of grains is measured in hectoliters. Even if it is maize, even if it is beans and everything, serious organizations will require you to have something like this. This one is actually very cheap because we have others called near infrared analyzers. Those one measures even the sedimentation. They measure the ash content. When I say ash content, it means the minerals. Have you ever seen, beside a maize flour, there is some, they indicate calcium, magnesium? Yes, that is ash content. So those, there are other equipment that measure those. We also supply those. So this one is hectoliter, and hectoliter is used in measuring the bulk density of grains. Bulk density of grains. This is a very, very important equipment if you are in wheat business, if you are in barley business, if you are in oats business, right? But for maize, mostly we request that you use near infrared because they have a bit of a huge sizes of the cobs, right? So this one is what we use in measuring the bulk density. There is this equipment. If you check it on YouTube, you could also find how it is used, but when you need it, we will also train you on how to use it. This is what we call chondrometer hectare, also known as hectoliter. Okay? Yes, it comes like this, with a weighing, this, all right, and this, all right? All of them are used in the process of calculating the bulk density of your grains. Thank you, and remember to contact us when you need equipment like this, when you need anything in a grain technology, you have any requests, any issues that you want to understand about grains, let us know. We will help you out. Thank you.